Good morning. How you doing? A little bit of clacking whilst I put together everything else. Yep, that is all good. Okay. The focus for today is just to review the the progress that we've made. See if there are any issues in terms of the scalability. So we'll make our way to the assembling world. And and then we will record our guide, and then we'll see what happens. I don't know. We shall see. Okay. As you can see, still building a lot of the solar sails, a lot of the locations, but it also looks like we have actually put together a lot of the frame already, which is pretty good. Oh, look at that. They're starting to build the middle bit as well. Interesting. So I think we've built a lot of the shell, and then it's just a matter of merging a lot of the solar sails into the... And it looks like that's going to take quite a bit of time, because these panels seem to be quite big. Like some of these ones that have been around for a while, you know, they haven't made that much progress. So, because it's like a big undertaking in terms of the Dyson Sphere. But, you know, we should get maximum absorption as we build more and more of the nodes up. So that'll be good. Oh, yesterday we were just wanting to make sure that, you know, the production rates for the, you know, our power, our energy were good. So this is doing the, yeah, this is doing that. One of the key ingredients, the antimatter. And this is doing the other stuff. Okay. Plus 190. Minus 200, plus 200. So it looks like, you know, all of this stuff is actually going to this production line, which is what we need to see. If we go to entire star cluster, let's just take a quick look at the okay, so this is fine. We just have to be really careful about not consuming more because we're going to run out at this rate. Now we can actually start to that's probably one of the things that we will do, is that we will go to maybe even the first thing that we do. Now, let's go to the assembly plant and see how the production lines are holding up. And then we can go and start to actually capture some of the critical photons on one of the other planets, even though it's not going to be as efficient. I think it'll still be good to at least feed more of it into our production lines so that our research can speed up and that sort of stuff, you know? All right. we're about to get, well, we're more than halfway through some research to boost the speed of our... Oops. There's not enough space warper. Okay, here we go. So, you are out of... things as we assumed you would be. Now, you are lacking the deuterium fuel rod, actually. Interesting. So, why are you lacking the deuterium fuel rod? Okay, it's because there's no deuterium. That sucks. Let's go to chemistry. Now, actually, I think I'm doing this in the wrong order, you know? Like, we really have to feed more energy into it first. So, I don't know if I have much of a choice other than to go here and get more critical photons going, and then we can, you know, we can go and do some of the other stuff. For some reason the deuterium isn't. Looks like we're consuming a lot more antimatter than we're producing as well. So yeah, we do need to connect more of this in, and yeah, looks like we want to consume a lot more deuterium fuel rod than we can produce, and that's related to deuterium. Hydrogen production seems to be going good, but I don't know what this whole arrangement is all about. Okay, we still have a minute. I wonder if there is any... If we look at our assembling planet... I wonder if there's any more hydrogen anywhere nearby. Okay, quite a lot over here. Okay, what I'll do is call this hydrogen deuterium, and what we'll do as well is just hook up those two what do you call it, gas giants, so that we can collect more hydrogen and deuterium in a nearby fashion, you know? I think that'll help. I wonder what the Dyson Sphere is now producing in terms of power. Okay. Still 280 gigawatts. You can see how much of the structure points. So this one is like still missing. A few of them are still missing. I wonder kind of absorption rate. Okay, so it's climbed to 21,000. This is the key number. Yeah. This needs to go up so that we can get to this 27 million faster. And it looks like we're almost halfway in terms of the structure points, which is good. Yes, that's the North Pole. How are we doing in terms of, oops. Let's take this. I I should put down this here. And I'll make the critical photons available. And in return, I actually need these guys. Remote demand. Okay, they're not coming. That sucks, and I don't have any of them. Still not coming. So I might have to go back. Okay, the other thing that I'll request here is foundations. Demand. Okay. Well, I'll have to go back. Kinda sucks, but it also allows me to collect some orbital collectors. So let's get rid of these. Nope, still not on their way. Okay, we have to check what's going on there. And then I'll also take some more orbital collectors. Alright. Fly back. $27 million though. This is still going up, the sell points, which is what we need to see. Yeah, and the structure points will decrease now because of the deuterium issue. Got a lot of solar cells. Oh, well, generation capacity, and we're only consuming 25.2. That's because we still have some solar cells, some research going, which also essentially consumes power. Alright. Maybe we'll connect the orbital collectors up first, and then we'll go back to the Dyson Sphere. Because like this trip takes quite a bit of time. I am looking forward to scaling up that research. Like that's gonna be the next really fun bit. Once we have like the 300 extra gigawatts in our system, that'll be really good. Okay, almost here. Oh, not the gas giant. Okay, so tell me. Okay, auto save. Tell me what's up. Okay, so we've got 150. I've got 10, so I only need to grab 70 here. 69, nope, 70. 68. Okay, whatever. How much should I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. One more. Okay, what else? Well, they are here. I guess we just need to boost this to like 500 maybe, 600. Okay. The other thing that I noticed before... oh. Because I didn't do remote supply. Remote supply. Shouldn't you now go off and deliver them? Maybe not yet. Yeah, the other thing that I noticed was a lack of... So that already boosted that. I think 600 is fine. Ah, okay. I think they sent off some, which is what we wanted to see. Okay. So now let's quickly hydrogen deuterium. Let's jump on over here. Oh, see, that's pretty good. Let's connect that up. Then we can also connect up the other bit as well. So that'll give us more deuterium into the system and also give us more hydrogen. You know, and we're going to be wanting to put down more of the deuterium production, so making more of it available is a good thing. And then we'll jump back over to the Dyson Sphere, just collect some of those critical photons, which will also be quite good. And that'll keep our production lines nice and supplied. And then we'll go back to assembling and boost that rocket production. Wow, I didn't realize it was quite this far. So which planet? This one? Yep. Okay. Transportation. Is it this one? No. No. Which one is it? Ah, here we go. What? Ah, okay. There we go. Hello. Got a planet rise. You know, it'll be cool once these drones can keep up with my flying speed. I mean, they're somewhat close. Certainly can keep up with my walking speed. I wonder if we'll ever get to 100 drones. Well, maybe. Although that would be a lot of research to do. My drones. Okay, I've got none left. Let's wait for the drones to come back. At least 20 of them. Well, we have to wait for all of them anyway. Oh, look at that. Move some more of those. Okay. 27. Oops. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Then if we look at this one, let's go here. Now, okay, you can see that we got a decent amount of extra hydrogen. A little bit of extra deuterium as well. Hopefully that'll help. Alright, do we have our drones back? Yes, we do. Let's see. They haven't come and picked it up yet, so maybe there's a different limit. Let's go over here. Try and hit the equator. Transportation. Nope. 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 Yep. Well, now they don't have an excuse anymore about running out of hydrogen. That's for sure. Like, oh David, you haven't given us enough hydrogen, that's why we're not producing it. Nope. Hydrogen is one of those things that you do need a lot of. And they haven't really changed anything in terms of scaling that alongside with the other stuff, you know? Like they scaled making it a lot easier to collect a lot of the other material, but hydrogen hasn't changed because these guys haven't changed, right? But yeah, anyway. It would be cool if it was a little bit easier or there was like a Mach 2 or something like that. I don't think they're going to change this anytime soon. Okay. Whilst that drone continues. Okay, now it has to come back. Okay. Done most of the planet already. Just a little bit more to go. Not really a noticeable change in the hydrogen production, but hey. 17 drones, probably enough to finish. Okay. Let's fly back a little bit and collect those drones. Okay. $27 out back. Okay, good. I think this didn't really change because they're not actually needing it. I guess the fire ice really is the one that we just boosted mostly, you know. Oh yeah, we also need to boost the production of the... Yeah, you can see that was a massive boost. But we weren't using all of the fire system to begin with, so... but yeah, we do need to actually boost... the... proliferator production, because we're running out of that stuff. Alright. So much. Such a long distance. Alright, let's see. Fractal silicon is still quite amazing. This is settled in at a lower rate of iron ore. I think that's because of the deuterium running out. So one of the hopes was that this settles down a little bit, this consumption, after we connect it, but it doesn't seem to have changed a lot. So we need to look at why this is still not doing what it needs to. I guess the deuterium production far outstrips it, but then, you know, we had that lack of deuterium for the deuterium fuel rods. So actually, well, that's a good question. Are we seeing a better production? I don't know. Alright. Hey, busy. Need to step OSB here for like half an hour. Okay, all good. School is really important. Really, really important. It's your future. So I get it. Okay. How is the production rate of these holding up? Okay. It's actually pretty good. 250 versus 190. But we're still drawing down on the antimatter. Quite a big way. So it would be good to supply some more critical photons into the system. All right. Skills are important. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now we have what we need here, which is good. Maybe you're destroying sulfuric acid. Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's plenty of more planets with sulfuric acid. Okay, we'll go to this stage. To this number of lines. Nearly 26 million soil power. It's pretty good. Another autosave. Okay, let's try. Now, where's the Dyson Sphere? Here. Oh, I didn't grab those things. So let's grab 500 for now. It would go here. Photon generation, please. Was I just my... Yeah. get in the way of things. But it's, you know, if your computer crashes or anything like that, it can save you a lot of pain. So it's, you know, it's something we put up with. I'd love for these to become more effective, but alright. That already requests 960, almost a gigawatt. Try and do a copy paste thing. So if we go use now and put it like here, so that works. And if we put another one here, what am I out of? Okay, that's the other thing that we need here. Yeah, maybe 4,000. Boy. It's not coming. Like, no, David, you don't get those. Using too many of them. Okay. So we should be getting a few more. Alright. Well, if you won't deliver them here, I'll just go somewhere else and pick them from there. I have no idea where I'm going, but we're going somewhere in here. On the second attempt, we made it. Okay, here we go. Grab all of this, and you can have them back. Okay. Where were we? Dyson Sphere. Okay. Now we get to start seeing this build. Do you have more? You built a Dyson Sphere from yesterday. No, not here yet. It's really cool that you have more. Yeah. This is the Dyson Sphere from yesterday, so it's still being built. There is a lot here that needs to get done. It's gonna take a while. But you can already see that the generation capacity of what we've built is the same as what we have on our home planet, right? But you can see that, you know, this is halfway, like the rockets, they have slowed down a bit, which we want to investigate. And then the cell points, I don't know, are a tiny sliver of what they need to be. Overall, we need 27 million solar cells. We have about 1 million each in these rings. So we need to get a lot more done. Okay, still I'm not delivering. I'm gonna go back home and just check on that, why that's the case, but because there's not much point in building if we can't build, you know. Ooh. Should connect these in. Let's deselect that. I need to connect a couple of things like here. Alright, okay, that's good. Oops. How much are we requesting now? 8 gigawatts. Right. So we should see this critical photon production get much better. I'm hoping that we can actually get to like 30 per second or something like that. That would be really good. Like a full belt. Put that there. They need foundation support, so I'll have to sort that out for them. Okay, so let's try and go for maybe this many. I assume that the problem is there is yeah, that we've run out of space. So let's go here. Okay, well, look at that. That was pretty good. Okay, let's then go with more foundations. You know, we may as well make this the planet, the photon generation planet. I don't know, like... It looks like the Dyson Sphere is gonna be inside for the most part. So... lack of item. Oh, look at that. We got more of the belts, which is good. Berry, please. We just deleted more sulfur. So, yeah, why did I miss this? Oh boy, that's a big sulfur lake to delete. But photon, critical photons are more important than sulfur, so. And there's plenty of other sulfuric acid that we can capture from elsewhere. Oh, lack of item. Okay, let's see. Is this going to be enough? Looks like it. Okay. 27 million solar power, just casually. That's pretty good. Now, let's see. Here we go. So what are we making? What are we requesting now? 13 gigawatts of 200. Right. That's pretty good. So let's use this now. We actually need to. Okay, so it's about. I don't know. Let's go for sort of half of it. Okay, and then let's go for half of it, and then do all of it. Okay. Look at that. We have, maybe we have more antimatter. We certainly have more critical photons. Are they actually being picked up? I think so. Maybe. Actually, no, I don't think they are being picked up. Because they might not have space warpers. So we should fix that on the way back. Or on the way to the... Okay, mostly belts is what's missing. Let's grab 4,000 then. Alright. And then let's walk these. This might be the limit of what can be effective on this planet. But I'm gonna go and I'll try and see how many more we can put here. Maybe it's one, maybe it's two. Yeah, we've only requested like 20 something of the full gigawatts. The 300. So I think that will end up with like an entire planet full of this. You know, when all things are said and done with this one. Isn't that right? Okay. How much space? This much? I'm gonna guess this much. Nope, less. This much? Okay. Close. So looks like I'm going to be putting them down one more. Actually, the chemical planet is probably where we should be doing, well, we have it on our home system. I don't actually feel like connecting that production line right now. I don't think they're being picked up at all, actually. Okay. So let's grab... Good. So let's see. Can we put it here? Yes. Okay. Need another, I don't know, 200 or so of these. Okay. And then we'll probably leave it at that once we've walked these around the planet. When he leaves the planet, just will you remember me when you get famous? I remember everything. Don't worry, busy. A lot of that is now actually coming from the shell, which is more than halfway done. And we're starting to see a sliver here. 26,000. So I'm hoping that this goes to something like 40,000, but we'll have to see. There's still lots of structure points that, you know, they can do. Okay, good. Now, let's see. Critical photons. Okay, we've boosted that quite a bit. Having to spy the whole time I stop. Okay. Let's just see if they can pronounce their name. Ah, there you go. Auluftwaffles. Okay. Looks like this is going to be more than one full belt once these start ramping up. So okay, so let's go back home and then go to our research planet. Make sure that those antimatter production, you failed the test. Oh no! No. What grade do I get? An F? Okay. Looks like deuterium has somewhat stabilized. Can't remember where we were at with this deuterium fuel rod before. Alright. What about the other stuff? Okay, magnetic coils seem to be doing great. Iron ore. Copper ore seems to be doing lovely. And this is a stone brick. Alright. Does this end up happening in a smelter or an assembler? Smelting, okay. Because if we look at this diamond, right? Kimberlite ore, diamond. It looks like there's more production that's available, but I'm not sure. Ooh, it's completely stopped the research. I assume because of the antimatter. Oops, I missed the planet. Here we go. Yep, it's got no antimatter to speak of. But I think we're gonna fix that. Where is that production line? Here we go. Let's get space warpers. Look at the amount. Storage, and then, you know, we'll get a huge amount of this. Although a lot of these are already producing. So. Now, if we look at this. Okay, they have space warpers in them. Well, this has space warpers. This doesn't. For some reason. So let's get this some space warpers too. Local demand, remote storage. Okay, there we go. Oh man, I really need to study Baji. They have fantastic. Don't forget, you need to remember me. Don't worry. The recording of the stream will always be here tomorrow. It's all good. Cool. What we'll do is we'll go back to chemistry, and I'm gonna connect more antimatter production here as well. Then we can deliver more oh, actually, well, I think it'll be fine. I was thinking about whether we enable the research remotely to pick up antimatter, but I think the antimatter will just be able to come from, like for our energy production, will just be able to come from the chemistry planet. So that'll be fine. Alright, so check on the deuterium production, put down the antimatter production, and then we can go back and see how we're doing for the deuterium production. So I want it to be like just fully operational, you know. Okay. So what's going on here, huh? Huh? Okay. they're just having trouble heating this with hydrogen. They also have trouble keeping up with that stuff. Antimatter doesn't matter. Hey, playing the Aces. How are you doing? I wish it didn't matter. But it does in this game. Alright, how much of this have we already paved? Looks like all of it. Okay. Oh no, we stopped here. Only have 2,000, but no idea whether I'm paving this effectively. I think we have enough space here to connect the antimatter. Oops. Did I end up saving it? Nope. So we'll have to do it again. So we go 1, 2, 3. Hook this in. So we supply antimatter and hydrogen, and we demand critical photons, proliferator, and those. So local demand, storage. Demand, remote demand. This is not going to come anytime soon. Why is this so slow? Ah. Here we go. Let's split that up. Now, what rates do we get? So it goes at 1 every second. I don't think I'm going to do the stacking stuff. Okay, we need to grab... Like, we can just put down more, and, you know, because these have a fairly long supply chain, I think it'll be fine. What is this? Oil refinery. Ah, here we go. This is what I need. Yeah, let's grab all of it. Okay, we'll just do proliferation. Input. Okay, and then we have our dual outputs. And I think this... Yeah, there's no sharing here. Production speed up is what we do. Okay, so we go for the input. Then we take one of the outputs and the other one. So what is this? Well, it's going to be producing 2 per second, so we can do 15 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. So we'll put one here, here, here. I know that the proliferate isn't going to work. For now. That will be fine. Okay, there's an order say. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will see. Okay, here we go. So that's 5 of them, and we need 10. Not convinced. No, we need 15. So... okay. We'll just have to do this. I finally automated a green matrix. Oh wow, but there's more spaghetti than an Italian restaurant. Well, you just need to use some of the techniques that you're observing here, and then you can clean up the spaghetti. And you'll be good to go. Alright. Let's see, how many of these do we want? 3? Yeah, I don't think we can do 4 because that would require 12. Okay. 12 belts. Okay, we need more conveyor belts. Speaking of belts. Okay, yeah, we have some issues with the production lines keeping up with all the things that I tend to do. Okay, so here we go. Stick that into there. So we should be seeing full belts here. Why aren't we? This produces 30 per minute. But I think it should be 1%. Oh, because the proliferate isn't working. That's why this is not a full belt, it's only half a belt. Okay. So now we're seeing this. Antimatter go up. So that's good. I think we'll do fine. Critical photon consumption is going to be difficult to keep up with, but this production line will do for now. And then we just need to fix the proliferate to double this consumption again. Okay, this can go. So 3 proliferated. Okay. Here we go. Antimatter. Okay. Still no proliferating. Okay. Can't make deuterium fuel because I don't have enough supermotors. Don't have enough of those because I don't have enough green motors. So I can't. So I make more, but then I don't have power. Yep. It's really important that the sequence of events is super important how you put your production line together. That's why we focused so much on getting this Dyson Sphere. Well, this Dyson Sphere at home down. Because this can basically let you then scale like the second Dyson Sphere like we're seeing here. Got lots of structural points. This is at 30,000 now. But like, it's gonna take a while because this has to creep out all the way. But yeah, still hoping for this to get to 40,000. And then, you know, I don't know at what rate this is going to be coming in, but it's gonna take a while. That's for sure. Alright, here we go. So, let's go... No. What? We are doing more deuterium. But I don't think it's going to fit in here, is it? If we look at the deuterium blueprint. No, it doesn't fit. So we'll put another one behind this. Okay, antimatter. I'm hoping that this will... Well, this is looking a lot better. The antimatter fuel rod. It's now gone to 340, and you can see that it's going to go to more because this is more solid than what we had before. And that rhymed as well. And our research is back. Great. Okay, let's look at deuterium. What power facility? Oh, I see. But it works here. Okay, fine, we'll just go one deeper. Okay, it needs to grab these, and then we'll see like the hydrogen come in. Okay. So this should help with the deuterium production. So if we look at the deuterium, currently it's about 28k, and you can see that it wants to push to like a lot more, but it gets limited. So hopefully this will do quite a lot to solve that problem. Okay. How is the power on this planet? Wow. It's not great. I'm tempted to put another deuterium down. Very tempted, I have to say. Okay, we don't need to go too far over there. It's always night where we want to do this. So we might miss a few spots, but you know. $28 million soil power. I think it's about to become 29 million. Nope. How is the foundations? Did you get more? Oh yeah. only 28.5 million from all of that, but it's still pretty good. $28.9 million. Oh, we're about to go down a bit. Oh no, we didn't really go down a lot. Okay, good. So now we have all of that taken care of. Let's, I guess, do another one. How is the deuterium now? Doesn't look like it's really gone up a lot. I guess it's still... I think these have more of a delivery problem than anything else with the hydrogen. Like, okay, these are very long production lines, but well, I guess some of these are now starting as well. Alright, let's do another one. What are we missing? Belts. As usual. Let's grab all 5,000. Okay. Yeah, they have to just go such a long way to grab the deuterium and the hydrogen. So these ones here are just super important for us to get more done of. Okay, lots of antimatter production. Lots of critical photon production. Some more of this, actually, that's good. Antimatter Fuel Rod is now really good. Okay. It's like instantly gone. Alright, I think this is now settling into some semblance of continuous production. It just doesn't look like it made a massive difference. I mean, it made a small difference, but... yeah. So the age-old question is, where can we get more hydrogen? And I think they're already collecting a lot of hydrogen from here. It would be great if you could convert water to hydrogen, but then I don't think there's a lot else here available in terms of the hydrogen. So, no hydrogen on here. I mean, we could always process more graphene, but that's not really the point. Alright, anyway, I think let's go to assembling. See how things are going over here. Especially with the deuterium. Okay. Can you name a white dwarf star? Can you name the white dwarf stars Doc and Bashful? Well, we'll name one of them. Doc and Bashful. I don't know what is that. Deuterium, hydrogen. Hopefully it's nothing not saying anything bad. Okay, it looks like we still are having problems with deuterium. So what's the problem? It's just not arriving at a high enough rate. Snow White, okay. Alright, so Cole, how are you doing? Okay, so you have plenty of it now. How are you going? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put down another green and then another blue. Proliferate here. Alright. Are we done? Yep. So proliferate back to what object? Oops. Let's do the blue next. But I mean, the thing is that we probably will need another one anyway. Alright, let's try getting this 2 of these in here. By the way, that was not a white dwarf star, but whatever. Oh! Sorry. I get it. The reason that I did this one was because I thought you meant is this a white dwarf? I think we only have one white dwarf, don't we? This one? No. This one? No. I remember that we were doing something. There was one that was really far away. Ah. There you go. This is saying that it's got fire, it's lots of different things. There you go. So now we have 2 blues, so we need another green and then we also need another yellow. Every star cluster has 2. Ah, there you go. So let's stick this in, and this in. I need more drones. Okay. Okay, so after this one's done, then we of course just need one more green, and then one more yellow proliferator. Okay, maybe 2 more yellows, I don't know. Seems to be running out of the yellows quite quickly before. Okay, let's do 1 more green. Right here. And then another yellow. Out of assemblers. Okay, let's grab this and maybe this. The FPS is taking a hit from all of this building. How is the proliferation actually then? Are we running out of coal or something? Okay. Ooh. It's not getting any... Well, to be fair, it would have to go off planet for that. Okay, there you go. It's grabbing some of those. I'm not sure if we have enough coal. That's one of the questions to check. No. So we need to go and connect a little bit more coal. And for that, we need to find an organic kind of place. Look at that. So that's why I think like this proliferate isn't going to go up by a lot. I mean, this is going up some. Okay, let's hand those in. Alright, and we'll also finish just building these, and then we'll go find an organic planet. Let me go here. Alright, let's try and find an organic planet. Is there one nearby? Alright, so what do you have? Rocky Salt Lake, Secure Ocean, Milk Ice Field. A-type star, huh? Arid Desert is gonna have a lot of coal. We look at this. Lava. Ah, this is the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Prairie. Prairie will be good. It's green, which means lots of life. So let's go there. And hook up lots of coal for all of this proliferate. And then we might also go back. I'm just gonna see. One of the key things here is whether the diamonds are able to keep up. Ah, yeah, they still look fine. To be fair, they haven't really started demanding it in a big way, you know? This is gonna be a pretty cool planet. Get all of this coal. Okay, 144 coal veins, exactly. Just want to find like a nice little cluster of coal. Doesn't look like there is one really. Alright, how about we go... Well, that really matters. Transportation, So what we need is supply coal and demand it. And then we demand this. I 1,000. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in 1 moment. Okay, let's keep going. How many? Okay, but plenty. Thinking that we might also connect. Yeah, we might also connect some iron here, because I know that at some point we were somewhat limited by that. So Dyson Sphere. Alright, I'll just give it this. And it can sustain itself. Okay, let's go for maybe 2 of these. I don't know. How much do we have here? 800? Yeah, let's go for 1 more. Because, you know, a gigawatt on a mining colony is probably enough. Less? I don't know. Okay, gathering. Let's grab this coal. So 21 is the target here. I think 20 is pretty good. So let's grab this and then hook it. Okay, these guys need some drones. And some power. Yeah. So we'll also demand this. What else? I think we've done a lot of silicon already. I mean, I'm tempted to do the organic crystal. Yeah, let's do the organic crystal because there's only so many of those around the place. So, alright, cool. So what's next? Okay, organic crystal, and there's a little bit of iron and coal over here. 18, 19. Okay. It's 23 coal veins. So we'll hook these things like this. Okay, and then I know that I requested these. Let's grab another. I will grab all of it. Why not? Okay. There's another coal down here, so let's make our way towards that. Right. Copy that. And 20 coal veins. Cool. What else? Okay, we'll pull down here. So let's go make our way down there. The other thing I'll do here is I'll have another one of these here. Oops. Okay. 19, 20. Okay, 20 is pretty good. And then what else? Okay, so there's more coal over here. Okay, but first more coal over here. And we can see if we ever make our way over there. It's only like 16 of them over there. target here is 23. Okay, 21 is pretty good. Okay, what else? Ah, so there's an iron here as well. Okay. I see this root, and then this coal. Oh, there's another one right here. Okay, let's hook this coal. Where is it? There it is. Okay, target is 16. There we go. And then anything else? No. So that's already connected. It's just this one then. Okay. So let's fly back over there. And we'll hook this coal. It's so close. Look at that, they're coming to collect already. Pretty good. Looks like that we have plenty of coal now. Okay, the target here is 20. 19, 17. Okay. I think that's peak coal. Alrighty. Now, let's look at the proliferation. So then how is the diamond holding up? The diamond is still really good. It's the part that I don't... Alright, let's go back to the assembling then. I like this part, but there's a weird one. Yeah. Does have a bit of a weird vibe. Lots of coal on those green kind of planets. It's maybe a bit too green, you know. Alright, we're going to assembling. This is the proliferate. So this has plenty. This has plenty. Oh, maybe the carbon nanotubes are suffering. Maybe that's what the problem is. Oh yeah, look at that. There's no carbon nanotubes. Okay. I think that is a... Oh, I know. It's enough sand. Yeah. I think carbon nanotube is a chemical. Yeah. So let's go to our chemistry planet. And fix that problem. Maybe that was the whole problem the whole time. Can't go and do a lot. Alright, here we go. Now, where is the cup? So it's going to go next to it. And this is going to be another planet-spanning type of a thing. Okay. So, Carbon nanotube. Nope. Nope. Not there. Let's see how this goes. Collides with another object. So... maybe the real problem here is the 50% power situation. You know, I think that's what the actual problem is. Similar to our smelting planet. So that's probably why we're not really getting a lot of deuterium. See, before we added in a lot of extra production lines for the deuterium and it didn't really do anything, right? And the reason for that is because, you know, it's... it was just a drain on the power. So... it didn't really do anything, it just increased the power demand. Sometimes you just need more power. Okay. Here we go. Let's turn blue. Yes, more logistic carrying. Power generation of 50 gigawatts. Insane. Okay. Have we built all of them? No, there's one more artificial star over here. Right, good. So, how's the power? Okay, we're back to doing pretty good. I still want to build a second one of these. Because I think that we will run out anyway. Okay, graphene, no. Carbon nanotube, yes. Universe factory. Now, yes, it's turned off. It's fine. Just need to place this and then we'll turn it all back on again. Alright, let's get this guy in. Good. What are we missing? Okay. Let's grab these. And we probably also need like 500 of these. So. Alright, let's see how we go here. This might take a little bit of time to draw. Is the proliferate coming back at all? Ah yeah, here we go. A little bit more. There we go. But we need more carbon nanotubes anyway. We only have a 4 stack, and I think that we're using... Like, we only have 4 stacks, and I think we're going to be using more than that. How How's the Dyson Sphere? Okay. They're still launching. Still got a fair amount to go. But they've done most of it. And yeah, we're up to 35,000. So maybe it'll even go to 45,000. And it's now at nearly 1 million solar cells. And look at this. As soon as they reach orbit, they're being absorbed. Okay, here we go. We can keep. Alright, proliferate. Only a little blip. But this is now starting to produce here as well. Okay, we're still at 100% satisfaction. How is the spin form? That's the other question. But I think that the spin form should be fine. Because we connected so much of it. Yeah. We're gonna need to, collect more of it. But wow. How are we doing in terms of belts right now? Well, they're going through them at a nice rate. These guys producing output? Yeah, they are. Okay. I think I have a way of, I was just thinking, I think I have a way of actually doing the fractionators. So what you do, right, maybe we'll put that production line together. That might be a bit of fun. Well, looks like we have plenty of deuterium now though. Next time that we need more of it. But the idea is basically that the return line just goes into a planetary supply station, right? It goes into like a logistics station, and it just supplies it away wherever it wants to go. Because the main problem is that the return line... Actually, I think I do want to do it. I do want to put it together, because it'll be an interesting production line. And yeah, you just need 50 of them. Because it doesn't matter, as long as the hydrogen that leaves the interstellar station is going at 4 stack, which it will be, it doesn't matter what happens between the fractionators. So yeah. We're close. How is the production line for carbon nanotubes going? Is it shooting up nicely? Should be in the process of doubling. Yes. Then how's the proliferate? Okay, proliferate is coming back. That's what we need to see. Production is now above consumption, but it's going to take a while for it to fill up all of the storages again. we still need more of this. And then some of these as well. You know, at some point we need to produce more of these belts, because we are currently consuming them faster than they're being built. There we go. All right. Look at that. Amazing. Okay, so let's put this theory. What? Oh, I missed a lot of these. That sucks. All right, let's walk these. So we basically need 50 fractionators, and then just feed the output hydrogen, or the excess hydrogen, back into a transportation station. And then that makes the fractionator so much more effective. So we're gonna do that and then make a guide for it. Alright, one more. Oh my god. Most of this planet is dedicated to carbon nanotubes. Okay, so let's do it here. Actually, no, on the other side of this. Let's have these extended. Oh man, come on. Okay. Thank you, drones. So let's see, proliferator. Okay, so the next proliferator is starting to kick in, and the consumption is gradually rising again, but yeah, nowhere near what we can actually produce, what we're capable of producing. Right, I'm just gonna clean up these little bits here. Okay. Now, so the way this is going to work is that we have 1, 2, 3. Very simple. When I say very simple, okay, production. I don't have fractionators right now. This will be amazing. Can make much more effective use of our hydrogen. Yeah, let's take this many. Okay. We do need our stacker merged, so that's a thing. And we also need the proliferation. So if we take that blueprint, 4-way stack merge and proliferate. So that would go here. Okay. And it's 12 of them. Okay. And then if we go back to... Ooh. Really? Okay. don't really need this. Oh, we'll go on the inside. Well, let's see. Let's copy all of this. In. Oh, there's some coal here. Not that I really care. Okay, proliferate is now getting produced again. So we should be fine on proliferate. Is this proliferated actually? No. We should proliferate this. Request 5,000 here. Okay. And remote demand, local demand. Okay. Proliferate and proliferate, please. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put it on here. Never mind. Okay. There's actually a question I had. It does stop. Okay. Cool. Now, it's going to gradually get more powerful here, the power, but it doesn't really matter right now. As more and more of the proliferated things are being used instead of the default ones, we should get a 25% power boost. Okay, let's go back to this interesting. Now, let's see. Right, so this would go like this. Okay. And we have our input lane here. Would do this. And what was it? So, if we are going at 30 times 4 times 0.2, 2.4 per second. So 30 divided by 2.4, 12 and a half. So this is where we can do 12 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And yeah, no return line necessary. And there's so much demand for hydrogen here, you know, on this planet, that it should never cause a problem. Okay, then we go 1, 2. So if we go here, yeah, then oops, we essentially go to here. We just drag the belts through the thing. Yeah, that would be good actually. Let's use this. Okay, that's the second one. Okay, and then this is the rest. Come on, get these in. There you go. Oh, I didn't do the power. Doesn't matter. We can do it now. Okay, and here. Just a transportation station. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll put it like here. And, you know, just goes to the output here and supplies this hydrogen away. And I'm going to be proactive in terms of the supply here of the hydrogen and try to get this out as quickly as possible. You know? Okay. Actually, I only really need every second one. So that one is in front of this one. Auto save. So, let's make this first line work. So, if we do 4 of these, okay, then we can make this the proliferate, local demand storage, charging, put this here, supply deuterium, demand hydrogen, need proliferate as well. Remote demand, local demand, remote demand. Okay, so let's stick in the proliferate here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then if we take the hydrogen, apply this. Pretty sure this will work. Okay. One, two. Okay, and then let's fix up this one. 3. Okay, and then one more. I think I saw it getting stuck somewhere. Yeah, it got stuck here for some reason. Okay, so what's going on here? So that's gonna happen here again. Okay. Yeah, and then it just goes away. Right, and it keeps flowing, and this just needs to get supplied away. There we go, and it goes. And it goes. That's exactly what we need to see. And then this does the deuterium. And then we will eventually get our 4 stack here. Okay, excellent. So this is how it works. It's always cool to... Oops. Let's start from this side then. Okay, can we do here? No, we don't have to do. Okay. And then what are we out? Okay. Let's grab that, and then what's the other thing? Okay, Tesla towers. Surely we have them. Yep. Let's grab a bunch of those. Okay, so hydrogen. That. You know, I've been thinking about this for a while in the background. It's just been, like, it's gotta be possible. And I think it is. Okay. Alright, we just have to finish putting these things down. I think this is the new deuterium paradigm. This is how Ethereum is supposed to be built these days. Now, I don't know if the later ones are really that effective, but they should be. They should, over time, become more effective. The only thing is that if they were really effective, we shouldn't see a lot of hydrogen come out on this side. Anyway, they're not perfectly effective, but yeah, it just needs to be supplied away here, and then it's all good. So there's probably like some merit in increasing the number of them, but I don't think that I can really be bothered to do the maths. It's working pretty well. Well, not that well. That's mainly because there's not enough hydrogen actually. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick guide on this. Hello and welcome to this guide. What we're doing here is essentially using the fractionators, using four-stacked hydrogen and proliferation. So we're going to take a look at that, and now I wish we could be continuously producing, but it's just that, you know, the hydrogen isn't coming quite at the rate that I'd like it to come. But, you know, we're doing research to improve that. Now, normally the challenge with these fractionators is that you have to draw a return line, but you can see there's no return line. How did you do that? Well, and why are you doing that? So the reason for it is that these fractionators, they just operate on the basis of however much material you can push through them, right? So if you're able to push through, like we are right here, a 4-stack of proliferated hydrogen, well, they're going to be producing a lot of deuterium from that. Like you can see that it's actually producing nearly 7,000, well, it's fractionating 7,000 per minute, and then 2% of that is actually going to deuterium, right? When by default it could only fractionate, like if it was 1 stack, it would be fractionating a lot less. So the reason that it's actually going at 2% is also because we've applied the proliferate here, the Mark III proliferate right here to it as well, which is why it's gone from 1% to 2%. Okay, so then you might say, well, how is this all working? Why is the hydrogen not getting jammed up? Well, we'll show you that in a minute. The other thing that's important is that we actually only can take 12 of these fractionators, and then they're going to be ideally producing a full 30 per second deuterium output if we were getting hydrogen continuously, right? Now, technically it's 12.5, but the problem is if you go for 13, you're going to jam up your production lines because you can't take all the deuterium out of here, right? Because then the 13 can't quite fit on here. So you have to, in this case, take the lower bound. How did we come up with 12? Well, so the output rate is going to be, right? So we have 30 per second, 4 stacked, right? And then 0.02 proliferate. Deuterium is getting produced. 2% of the 120 per minute per second that goes through will go to deuterium, right? So that's 2.4 per second. So then if we divide 30 by 2.4, we get 12.5, right? So that's why we can only do 12. We can't take advantage of the half. So it's not going to be producing full production lines, but it's going to be pretty close. And then we have our standard sort of, after we have our 30 per second, we stack it, and then we take these. These are just splitters, and you press tab on them a few times, and then, you know, they become these vertical ones, and then we just combining 4 lines that are stacked 2 high into 2 lines that are stacked 4 high here, then they get combined and then get shoved into here. So yeah, and then on the other side, which is the key thing to show you, actually a pretty simple solution. We just feed the hydrogen into another logistics station, and then, you know, it goes away. It just gets supplied locally, and we have an incredible demand for hydrogen on this planet because it's our chemical planet, such that we don't really have to worry about this hydrogen ever getting full. So yeah, that's how to do fractionation with proliferation and with stacking. If you use a return line, the problem is, like, if we look at this, right? The problem is that you somehow have to merge this, which could be anything. Right now it's like a single stack, but it could be anything. It could be double stacked, some could be triple stacked, as you can see. We'd have to merge that somehow with a line that's 4 stacked on the input, and that's really hard to do. Because it's like the way that you could do it is that you could make sure that it's all single stacked and then sort of combine it up. But then the other thing that happens in the pilers is that they won't save any material for a long time. So if we're getting this kind of rate into a piler, it's not going to go to a double piled. It's just not going to work, right? So that's why this technique is really important, and the return line doesn't work in the case where you have stacked hydrogen coming on the input. So yeah, that's the guide. This blueprint will be available in the description for you to use. So thank you for watching, and until next time, bye. Okay, let's save this blueprint. I'm glad that we figured this bit out. It's a much cooler production line. Okay, so deuterium proliferated factory fractionator. Okay, proliferated factory fractionator. Okay, I'm gonna put this on it. Okay. Cool. That's really good. Now we have plenty of deuterium, so no excuses. No excuses. So let's go back to our assembling planet and see. We could disconnect the other hydrogen production and save a little bit of hydrogen, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, so question. The question is, how is the small carrier rocket coming along? Okay, Kashmir Crystal is doing bad, but it might not matter, because yeah, you can see that this is actually not our bottleneck. So what's going on? Okay, these guys are now not coming. We've got plenty of this, so that's good. How's the Dyson Sphere? Dyson Sphere. Well, looks like it's going pretty good, but they're still delivering the carrier rockets, and I really want to do the guide whilst they're still delivering some carrier rockets. Okay. Now 40,000 actually going in, which is the rate that we were hoping to get to. But yeah. Okay, so let's look at the Dyson Sphere component production. Okay, the reason this isn't working is because of the Dyson Sphere material. Okay. The reason this isn't working, well, yeah, it's this problem here. We're not able to keep up with the delivery of the materials. This is able to keep up, but let's see, is there any space on the other side of this? So what I'm gonna do you're going to be demanding remote demand, and then we need this local demand storage. Okay. Then what we're going to do merge the lines in. So we need to go one more. No, we don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that will help with that line. Then we can do the same on the other side. You know, I don't understand why this takes so long to deliver. Because it's like on the local planet. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the local star system is where we have this available. I really don't understand it. Like, where are they going? If you go into orbit, hold shift and aim a little over the horizon by going, you will get Sonic Boom achievement. Ah, okay. That's neat. Okay. Anyway, let's... Does it actually do a Sonic Boom? See, it would be cool if it did that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that supplies into there. One, two, three, 4. Now you might say, just merge it in here. No. Okay, here we go. Okay, that should help with these. So now all of them are actually producing, which is good. So did that actually increase this? Yeah, it should now be steady. You can see this was kind of wavy. Now it should be steady. Okay, let's see. Where's the Dyson Sphere component? Here it is. Still a little bit. But I think it's building to be a lot more. Are all of them actually producing? No, they only produce to here. How much does it actually consume? It is one of the limits. This only actually produces 2 lanes of this stuff, right? And here we are demanding 4 of them. Oops. We are demanding, well, still 4 of them. Now, is it going back further? Yeah, it is still creeping back, but it's got a long way to go. What kind of input materials does this require? We might actually end up running out of the carbon nanotubes production at this rate. Both of them, yeah, look at this. Alright, well, I mean, it should hold up. Even if we put down another one, it's not going to be able to keep up anyway. Let's see. In terms of these, so that's good now, that's really solid. We should be seeing a more reliable number of these get produced. So, Dyson frame material, well, the thing is that it's still somewhat unsteady. And I think it's because of the carbon nanotubes, but I really don't see how we can reasonably boost the production of them. It's quite a lot already. Like, we have an entire planet dedicated to it. How are they looking? I think it's just consuming whatever is being provided. What about the spin form? It could do a lot more still. Do we just go back to our chemical planet and put down more carbon nanotubes? Like, that's the bottleneck. Alright, well. Good luck with that. Oh, wait, what did you say? Go into orbit, hold shift, and aim a little over the horizon while going. A little over the horizon. What, like this? There's no achievement. Not getting the achievement. I'm going 700. Not working. Maybe I'm not good enough at it. Is he on fire? Oops, I missed. Too high. Okay. Oh, we failed. This can't be too high. We're going 400. I don't know. even have space for another one? Oh yeah. Oh no. Somebody put a production line in the way. Alright. I don't think that I can really do more of these. At least not like one that spans the entire planet. I don't think it fits in there. My god. Okay, maybe we move this. How much of the planet does this span? Oh, half of it. But that could go, like, up here somewhere. Well, let's see. Does it fit in here? No, sure doesn't. Okay. And then we'll move the other production line down. I think the orbit has to be rather circular. Okay. It's pretty hard to maintain that, I have to say. Because it's like going up and down and... Where's the chemical facility? Let's grab like 600. And we'll do one of them first. This is gonna take some walking around the planet. We just need faster drones. How is the power? Can I see a power pole? Okay, power is fine. This is good to see. It means that we're getting more into it. 44,000. So these guys will just have to grow to be full. It's gonna take time to delete this whole arrangement too. And then we have to work the whole planet again. Ah. Getting fire eyes here right now. You know, last time I did this, we never had problems like this. I never ran out of carbon nanotubes and had to build, like, basically a third of the planet full of carbon nanotube production. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I was holding W the entire time, but you have to Like, he likes to escape from the planet, right? Or he likes to crash back down to the ground. Okay, this one can just be walked back. Okay, out of conveyor belts again. Right, we'll try one more time. Oh boy. Nope. It's too hard. There isn't a way to get into like a steady orbit. Alright. Prepare for deletion. This is of course making room for more. Maybe I already got it. Yeah, maybe. It's true. Good look at that. What I'm gonna do right now is just delete these things so that, you know, I get to cut more of the belts and such. There's not enough atmosphere. Yeah, that's true as well. Let's put it like here. Okay. Let's see, did I miss anything? Yep. And yep. I suspected I would miss some stuff. What? It's hard to see with all of that mess on the ground. I really want to make the guide so I can just leave it running and absorbing those solar cells. Okay, good. So after this scaling, I think we will just go ahead and make the guide for the Dyson Sphere construction. Okay, now carbon nanotube Mark III proliferated factory. Okay, which object are we colliding with, please? Oh. Okay. I don't think it was that though. Yeah, I might have probably was that. $30 million soil pile. I wonder where all this soil pile is stored, you know? It's a lot of soil pile. Ooh. Whatever. Okay, so let's hand this in. And then we just need an enormous amount of belts. Yeah, that's the main thing that we are going to be running out of here. How is the production of... Oh, we had 0.40, but that's fine. Dyson Sphere material. The frame material. So, yeah, this fell, presumably because I missed a tick of the carbon nanotubes or whatever. We need another 4,000 conveyor belts here by the end of this. But yeah, we're going to be looking for this carbon nanotube production to jump. This tells us the progress. We've put down 7,500 of the 10,000 that we needed, but we're going to be able to go faster here now because we've done the first one of the, you know, the main thing that takes time here is these, the fact that it has to, they have to stack 3 of these belts high. This is what I was saying. I think we need more drones, you know? We never have really enough drones. It's this very steady production line coming from here. The spin form. Still have a little way to go. That's the other end of it down there. How many belts do we have left? Okay, about out of belts. So I'm hoping that there's some more Only 2,000. We might have to go to another planet and just grab some from there. Any more inbound? Another 2,000. I never thought that we'd be limited by conveyor belt production, but that's just the way it goes. Alright, we're down to the last quarter of these. And we have our spin form. So this production should now go up. It's not proliferated for some reason. So how's the proliferation doing? Proliferation is fine. 40k, 20k, 10k. Okay. Need another. Oops, come on. Okay, there's another 2,000. Alright. So let's walk this back the other way. Actually, we should probably walk it forward, because then the production lines will start. Stunner. Not even a quarter. I don't know which one this is, but that's just a reflection of the, the rate of research that we're able to do, which is the next thing that will boost massively after we have our Dyson Sphere production sorted out. Okay, so we'll actually be able to finish this. My God. Number of the conveyor belts that this costs. For some reason the spin form isn't chasing us. Alright. Close to finished. Nice. Oh, there isn't any spin form right now. That's the problem. And that's probably the problem here as well. And here. But they end up being in a pretty good steady state eventually. Alright. So let's go back to our assembling planet. And we'll start the production stuff there. Yeah, next time I'm at my first planet, I'll try there. Okay. So yeah, oh, look at this. There's actually now a processor problem, also then a frame material problem. Well, I mean, this is also problematic. And what about the processors? Okay, they have a problem with this stuff. they have a problem with high purity silicon. Okay. I think we'll just finish fixing that problem. Like if we look at the high purity silicon here, it looks like we are consuming more than we are demanding. So, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna start the guide here. And we'll take a look at this. We'll take a look at some of the production lines, some of the key ones. Let's go to Dyson Sphere. This is a good place to start. Hello and welcome to this guide where we will show you how to build a massive amount of small carrier rockets, which is a follow-up from the guide that we did about the solar cells. So we're slowly building up the Dyson Sphere here. This is our second Dyson Sphere. You can see that it's at around 280 gigawatts. We're just in the last few bits of the frame material that we have to finish, and then it's just a matter of jamming in solar cells for quite a bit of time to build out this Dyson Sphere. You can already see that it's producing 108 gigawatts. So in this guide, we'll talk you through the carrier rockets. And if I show you rates right now, we have a few bottlenecks that we will alleviate over time. But currently we're launching about 1,200 per minute in terms of structure points. So that's about 1,200 per minute of the these small carrier rockets. And if we look at our production line for the small carrier rockets, you can see that we have a pretty solid 1,200 per minute here. We're currently limited on processors and that over time. Okay, so let's look at some of those production lines. Now in the description, what you'll find is, if I go up to here, the Dyson Sphere, these are all the production lines that you need. And we'll take a look at some of them. I don't know if we're going to look at all of them, like some of them are pretty basic. But yeah, these are all the production lines that we are making use of to produce this rate of small carrier rockets. So in the case of the small carrier rockets, we are not making use of stacking. Oh, by the way, we're going to be using a lot of proliferate. So what I'm actually forced to do here is to have a second intercell logistics station because I want to proliferate everything. I need to feed one of the materials from the back here, which is the deuterium fuel rod. So you can see how that works. And then the other materials are being fed from the front. Here, so that's where we're getting the Dyson Sphere component and the quantum chips. And yeah, we're currently limited on the Dyson Sphere component, which is because of the processors. But anyway, the other unique part of this is that we have all of these chests here. The reason for that is that we're not, we're on many occasions, we're going to be waiting for the Dyson Sphere to actually be absorbing all of the solar cells, right? So in that case, we are actually able to stock up on the small carrier rockets such that when we build the next Dyson Sphere, we can just use our, what we've stored and just be able to deliver them at the full rate of like 160 per second out of here, right? Regardless of what our production rates are. So that's why we have all of these storage boxes here. And this holds more than enough to build probably 2 Dyson Spheres. But yeah, of course it's empty right now because we haven't been doing anything with it. Okay, so let's take a quick look. Oh, the other thing to say, what we picked to do here with these guys is the extra production, because like this has such expensive materials in it that, it's nice to get some free materials out of the production line. And then basically the way that we determined the number that we put down here is just based on the, I believe it was based on the output limit. So at the moment, this production line can produce, assuming that if it had all of the input materials, it could produce 120 per second small carrier rockets. But of course, it's lacking the Dyson Sphere component, which is unfortunate. Okay, let's take a quick look at the quantum processors. You can see that a lot of them are actually producing. This one is probably also going to be limited on processors right now. And we're eventually going to run out of these quantum chips if we don't solve that processor problem. But yeah, again, in this case, we are doing the extra products. We're not doing any piling on the output. It's just aiming to produce enough here on the output. And I believe this is limited both on the input, well, on the output for the most part, because of course the inputs are stacked 4 high. So yeah, that's the the quantum chips. And then the other one here is the plane filter. Again, over on this one, we're actually going with the production speed up because these actually produce at such a slow rate that, you know, it's worth it. And even so, we don't even get the piling done. Like it's just a plain 30 per second here from, you know, spanning a huge part of the planet with production lines. So yeah, that's what we've done here. And then one of the other interesting ones, the titanium glass is not that interesting. Just sort of go to the description and use the blueprint, right? The only other one that's kind of interesting is the cashmere crystal. I'm gonna try and find it because it's, well, actually it's a lot easier to do it like this. It's actually a fairly small production line because it's basically hydrogen limited. Alright, let me try and find this. I'll probably cut this bit out. Where are the cashmere crystals? These are not the cashmere crystals. Are they actually in a smelting? No. Ah, here they are. Okay, so we found the cashmere crystals right here. We're of course making use of optical grating crystals. The challenge here, and again, we don't have any piling of the output because it's pretty challenging here to get this to a high rate, and it's because of the hydrogen here that we have on the back, where it would actually be worthwhile to maybe put in like a second transportation station here and essentially boost the hydrogen lines. So I'm going to quickly do that and then show you what that looks like. One moment. Okay, what is in here? Okay, I don't think we need all. Ooh, look at that. We're having power problems. So let me not help with those power problems by connecting this. Okay, let's demand that hydrogen. Don't know if there's actually going to be any local hydrogen. Okay. Local demand storage. Okay. So we grab the hydrogen here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's go up 1 and then go back down to here and into here. Okay. Okay, let's go here and then go down. So this now grabs that. Okay, so we've done that now. Now that's not in the blueprint, this bit, because it's not always needed. But this is a really good technique. If the problem is that your transportation network is just too slow to be able to keep up with the hydrogen production, you can just go use this method here to essentially double the throughput, right? And of course, we can just copy paste this down over and over and over, and then eventually we'll be able to keep up with the production rates here. But yeah, the other thing that I just noticed is that we actually have a bit of a power problem. So I'll actually show you how we take care of the power here. Now it's not always happening. This is all the proliferate that we are producing. So yeah, it's not always a problem, but this is the number of these, I guess, artificial stars that we have, and this is how we usually connect them. We draw like a line around the planet, and then we just connect all of them around here. You can see our drones are frantically trying to keep up with what we're trying to do here. Okay, and I can spot a need for some foundations. That's the other thing that we have a lot of here, is a very nice foundation production line. But I don't actually know where it is. This is one of the problems that you end up running into when you have a massive planet. Okay, here we go. This produces a massive amount of foundations, basically. Yeah, anyway, I have a video on my channel if you want to see more about it. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, then we will have to do something like this. Then we will again be like completely fine on power. You can see that it's a problem right now. I have a lack of item, that's fine. I can just pick up more of them. So let's grab another 160. I don't know why this is not getting fuel right now. Oh, because of this. Okay. Okay. And what you can see here is that we're actually consuming about 9 gigawatts on this planet, or thereabouts, and we also actually need to boost this to be able to keep up with the production rates or the consumption rates. But yeah, this is how the power works on this planet. So we've shown you the quantum chips. Let's just take a quick look at the Dyson Sphere component. Here we go. So the Dyson Sphere component, again, is one of those where we have to split the production line, where we need double the two logistic stations. You can see that we're sort of keeping up with this, although, this is probably starting to be problematic, the solar cells, so something else that we should look at some point. And then, yeah, we're feeding from the other side. In this case, we did go for our usual stacking and the production speed up for the proliferate. And you can see that we are actually running out of processors. And then the processor production, if I find it somewhere over here, the problem with the processor production, again, this is production speed up, pretty standard stuff, output stacking. The problem will be that we don't have enough of these microcrystalline component, and this is basically how I go about like raising the production rates, right? It's just putting down what we want in terms of the output, and then sort of going back and forth and actually sort of fixing it. So you can see that this is having problems with the high purity silicon. And if we look at our production rates here, Our galaxy, the high purity silicon, you know, is limited. So we'll go visit our smelting planet and show you how that works and put down a little bit more of that high purity silicon. But yeah, this is basically how the assembling planet works, right? The main ones that we ran into in terms of, I guess, production rate limits is really the Dyson Sphere component. That was it early on, and the processors. The rest, if you just put down one of those production lines from the description, you'll be just fine. Okay, the next step is that we'll go visit our chemistry planet. Won't take a second. Now, the chemistry planet actually is mostly producing carbon nanotubes. So that was the biggest sort of production issue that we had on here. You can see that about a third of the planet is just dedicated to producing carbon nanotubes. I think we have 3 of these, and these production lines, they go to 4 high, but they go around an entire planet. So that's how that works. Now, of course, if we went processor limited, we'd actually be using more of this. But yeah, also the proliferate requires quite a bit of this, which is the other reason why we put it together. Okay, the other interesting one for which I have a guide on my channel too. So we have some deuterium being produced in these particle colliders, but actually the more interesting way of producing it is using fractionators, where a new technique is required because the piling doesn't allow you to sort of work it in the same way, right? Like, you can't use a feedback loop anymore. Anyway, take a look on my channel and you'll be able to find that production line. The basic concept of it is that we pile the output. We have 12 fractionators, and then we just send the hydrogen into another logistics station and supply it away. So yeah, we did need a lot of deuterium. And I didn't show you a lot of the motor production line and so on, but that's pretty standard stuff. I believe for the supermagnetic rings, we actually are going with extra output because they are really expensive in terms of materials. But then you can see that our deuterium production, if I go down here, hydrogen consumption, production is around 88,000, consumption is about 90,000. I think it's fine. There should be plenty more hydrogen in our system, and you can see that we're actually producing about 40,000 deuterium and consuming it as well, which is a lot. The other thing to keep an eye on is the Antimatter Fuel Rod. This is the way that we power everything, right? So currently we have a production of 500 and consumption only of 280, so our power is going to be fine. As soon as this dips, the consumption goes above production, we have a big problem because basically everything is going to stop working. So yeah, that's the chemical planet. You need a lot of space for the carbon nanotubes, is basically the learning from this. And of course you'll find those production lines in the description. Now, let's go to our home planet. I'm kind of racing against time a little bit here because like I want to actually go to the you know, the Dyson Sphere and show you before it finishes building, and just okay, let's give it some purpose. Now let's take a look at the Dyson Sphere. Okay. I think we have to go to the Dyson Sphere right now. Otherwise I won't be able to show you it launching anything. So let's go here. Because it's in the last little bit of the Dyson Sphere production here. You can see that we have 12,000 cell points per minute that we're able to do. But it's going to take a while. In 10 minutes it does 100,000, in 100 minutes it does 1 million. So basically we have about 2,000 minutes or something like that before we finish. But yeah, I'll go to the Dyson Sphere and then I'll be back with you. Alright, let's hope that we get there before all the launching stops happening. It is really a race against time. Still launching. And we have, how many do we have left here? We still have plenty left. 267. So we have about 10,000 left. I don't think that we'll get there in a minute. We'll have about 10 minutes on in this area. We haven't actually seen the Dyson Sphere for a while. It's just gonna be a big skeleton. Okay, now we are arriving into the system with the Dyson Sphere. Which is going quite well. So let's take a look as we fly by here. You can see the amount of production that's going on here. And most of the frame is actually there, it's just that it needs to fill in the rest of the solar cells, which will take quite a bit of time. Right, let's get to the planet where we're actually launching. So this is how the launching works. We basically have 3 lines of these vertical launch silos that basically span the entire planet, and they're just constantly launching. I'm going to take a quick screenshot here. 1 second. Okay. So yeah, basically how this works is that they pass through the small carrier rockets through themselves using sorters. So that's how that works. Not all of them actually working because we can't supply all of them at a high enough rate. But yeah, the proliferate, in case you're wondering, just speeds up the launching a lot. That's how that works. So yeah, you can see that eventually we're going to run out of the the small carrier rockets here, and that's basically when we can't keep up with the supply. So it's just not producing quite quick enough. But yeah, so that's how the launching part works. And again, there's a blueprint. I'll just make sure that it's there. So if we go vertical, Dyson Sphere vertical launch silo. Vertical launch silo. You just need to make sure that the that you take care of all of the foundations and so on that you might need. The other thing to keep in mind is that it doesn't really matter which planet that you put this on in the solar system, right? We could put it on any planet and all of them would work, which is quite different to the rail ejectors that really want to be close to the Dyson Sphere being built. So yeah, that's how the launching works. And maybe we'll take a quick, we'll go watch the production a little bit. I don't know where it's actually merging them right now. Let's see. Okay, there's one sort of up, and at the top, okay. So you can see that we are essentially delivering a huge number of rockets here. Like, that's rockets coming in and docking and building more of the Dyson frame. Very cool. And then, of course, the solar cells are also coming to merge in. Maybe if we look at one of these over here, you know, we can see this getting built as well. There's quite a bit more to do, but I think that it'll take, like, I don't know, a few hours of it just sort of working. And then the other thing that we can take a quick look at is actually at this point over here. Like, this is where all of the solar cells are getting delivered. And then, of course, also, like, getting stuck somewhere else. You can see that right there we are getting shot at by the planet here. I don't actually know where the little guy is. Just zoomed out, way zoomed out. Okay, well, that's the crazy rate of Dyson Sphere construction, and we're probably basically done with the shell. Yeah, you can see that the small carrier rockets are not arriving, not needed anymore. So you just witnessed us finishing building it. It took us maybe 3 to 6 hours to put up 280,000 of these structure points, and now we're absorbing about 50,000 solar cells here. And it's going to take a bit of time for all of these solar cells to get built, but this is going to be basically the main source, the main production line for our critical photons. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to show, was, if we go to our home planet, our home system, we have a smelting system. So let's go to that. And I'll see you once I'm there. 1 minute. Okay. That was pretty cool. We could watch it. Oh, I didn't go to the inner ring. Sorry. We'll take a look at it again at some point. Dyson Sphere. There you go. That's the inner ring. Right. $12,800. This is the main. The cell point is the main, like, bottleneck now. The number of cell points that we can actually put in. So what was the maths before? If we're doing 12,000 per minute, we're doing 100,000 every 10 minutes, 120,000 every 10 minutes, 1.2 million every 100 minutes. So about $1 million an hour is what we're able to do. It's going to take 27 hours to actually put together that Dyson Sphere. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, so let's arrive on our smelting planet. Okay, as we arrive on our smelting planet, we're only going to take a look at, let's say, the high purity silicon production line, which is the one that we're going to need to improve. So basically the way it works, you can see that the main problem here is the delivery network more so than anything else. But the way that it works, and this is a pretty standard production line, is that we have 4 inputs, and then we share the outputs, and then we essentially stack it to 4, and then we take it back in, right? And all of the different production lines work in a very similar way. yeah, somewhat optimized for horizontal space because, you know, they go at production speed up and, you know, they're using the Mark II smelters. And they're actually a lot faster than these sorts of production lines, so I've been going around and replacing these with these much faster ones. So let's make an example. I have some pretty terrible production lines that I built early on. I mean, they were fine at the time, but of course, now they're irrelevant. They're not really producing a lot. Okay, we had a little bit of space over here, didn't we? Somewhere? Yeah, okay. Gonna be targeting this. Okay, so these smelting production lines you can put, well, actually, hang on, I'll show you the one from the Dyson Sphere. Dyson Sphere, high purity silicon. You can do 3 of them next to each other in these sort of middle lanes. This is the first Dyson Sphere that we put together. I'm going to get rid of this production line. It's in the way. And it's making like an irrelevant amount of material. It's pretty pointless these days. We have a much faster version of that. Also available right here, titanium alloy. But we're not going to build that right now. This one needs 2 inputs, so you have to be a little bit careful on the back and leave a little bit more space. But yeah, Dyson Sphere, high purity silicon. Okay, let's stick this in. The main difficulty here is how close you get it. Okay, good. And then of course we need more sorters, and then we have our little production line here, where, what, delivery network right here, where we can just grab sorters. And then, I don't know, we'll delete some of these vertical launch sites and some of this other stuff that we don't need, and grab a bunch of these. Okay, there we go. And it's as easy as that. You just look at the various production lines and look at what's currently causing you the biggest problem, and then you go and you put down this, and eventually you get to the point where you have all the materials that you could ever want for a given amount. So right now we can probably the solar the Dyson Sphere that you just saw. You know, it's basically as big as it gets, but like smaller Dyson Spheres, like for example this one, which only actually has, what, 2 million structure points, right? Like we could finish that and 84,000 structure points and 2 million sail points. We could finish that in like a couple of hours, right? So we can be going around the galaxy and building basically as many Dyson Spheres as we want. But this one here was, look at this is crazy. This was done because we wanted to capture a huge amount of power and basically make this the source for all of our power production. But yeah, that's producing a crazy amount of small carrier rockets and launching them. So if we look at the rates now, they're probably not going to be any different. We're still at around 1,000, and we're missing some materials. We're also starting to not really need them anymore. So yeah, over time, this high purity silicon here should resolve itself as we put down maybe another couple ones of these. But yeah, so that's basically how to build Dyson Spheres in like 2 hours, and the kind of scale that you need to have for that. So for the purpose of the video, thank you for watching, and until next time, bye. Okay, very good. We put together the guide for the Dyson Sphere. Now, the next step, which we won't do today, this is basically going to be the end of the stream. The next step is that I'm gonna leave this running for a while and just try to get this Dyson Sphere built in the background, because now it's just a matter of time and merging like all of these things into these solar cells into it. We say delivering can be our way of branding. We got a friendship band. Yeah, friendship band. Basically, this just has to go into the oven for a while, and the solar cells. We could actually be, docking a lot more solar cells than it's capable of, but it's basically going to be going at around 13.1 thousand per minute when, we have about 22,000 available in terms of the production or being shot up per minute. So yeah, you can see that we finished all the structure points, and now it's just the cell points, and they're going to be going at 13.2k per minute. If we do the maths, so we have 27 million divided by 13,200, and if we divide that by 60, it's about 34 hours. But of course, we've already done quite a bit of it. I think we've probably done almost 2 million. Look at that. So yeah, but it's still going to take quite a bit of time. And I think the next time that we start our stream, it should be like a decent amount through, which will be quite cool. But yeah, anyway, we'll leave it at that for today. So thank you for watching, and until next time.